4 fastest and cheapest Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, EasyMut.com. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's up, everybody? 75 here, back in the video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to run a unique defense here out of the big nickel over G formation. Now, the good thing about big nickel over G is that it is in every defensive playbook, so it's super easy to mix some of these schemes into your defensive set, even if you don't want to run big nickel over G. So what I'm actually going to go ahead and do here is just make some formation subs right off the bat. So what I like to do is put my fastest corner here in the slot, or my fastest defensive back, and then what I'm also going to do is just sub in some safeties here at linebacker, and then your best pass rushers here on the end. We got Garrett and Vernon. So the play we're going to be running is 4-lock palms. I usually like running it flipped. You can come out in it regularly, but very unique play art right off the bat. You guys have probably never seen anything like that before. Let's go into a random shotgun pass as well. Now what I like to do out of this set is first I'm going to base the line. And one thing I should mention is that I don't typically like running this defense every play, because people will figure out how to beat it, so you just want to mix it in occasionally, especially if they catch on to whenever you go to big nickel over G, you're running this, you might want to mix in like a cover 2, some other plays out of the big nickel over G. So what I'm also going to go ahead and do is put this X corner in a soft squat, and then this Y corner in an outside third to the left or a deep half to the left. Now I kind of like the deep half to the left. You have less chance of getting burnt. That's me personally. You can also do the outside third. So what I'm also going to do is move Denzel Ward back. That's just Y, A, Y, and the left stick up. Not sure why he didn't move back, probably because I baseline, but he'll usually move back right about there. Perfect spot to not get burnt. That's why I said you want a fast guy, just in case he has like a speedster on that left side. The soft squat shouldn't really get burnt anyways, but what I'm also going to go ahead and do is just make sure that my defense is slant outside, my defensive line, just so I can get better block sheds. And I usually, like I said, I'm going to leave these man coverage guys. If this guy's like based outside, you might also want to move him in. But I'm typically going to leave this curl flat just in case there's like a drag or a slant going from the left side to the right. You don't want to just leave no zone over there. And I'm also going to leave this 3-rec hook. This 3-rec hook is going to be super good over the middle. It's one of the reasons that this play stock is so good, and he's just gonna bait routes over the middle, super glitchy zone, especially with a safety there. Now we're gonna be using Demarius Randall. You guys see nothing really deep over this right side is what we have to worry about, just because those guys are already manned up, so they shouldn't be getting beat anyways. We also have this curl flat to really defend any crossers, but typically what you're gonna have to worry about is maybe a quick man beating route from right to left, or maybe just a streak up the middle by A or Y in case he can't get that pass lead. So I'm really worrying about deep first. If I see no routes going deep, then I can come down and lurk. So let's just snap the ball here. You guys see we get no really routes over the middle, and we are able to bag that. You guys see 3-rec hook is going to pick up on that running back streak, and eventually we will get the pressure. That's the reason that this zone can be so glitchy. I was there probably in range with my user or that deep half. So again, X in a soft squat, Y in a deep half left. We're going to move him back just like that, and you can also turn these into cloud flats if you want, but I like the curl flat a little bit better to bait down the field a little bit more. You can leave that corner on the left in a cloud flat if you want, though. That's pretty much it. Here I see that it's a 5 wide, so one of those players is going to go unmanned up. It's going to be RB, so you have to definitely watch out if he's on like a streak or something out of the 5 wide. You don't see too many people running 5 wide though. He actually is on like a streak. He's on a deep corner. So we're going to bait that. You guys see eventually we do get the pressure. I think they do have a secure protector on that left side, so the sheds aren't going to be as good. Nobody runs that in Ultimate Team though, or really any game mode, so shouldn't really have to worry about that. Again, you guys see nothing was really open. Coverage sack. Again, I'm slanting outside immediately. X in a soft squat. Y in a deep half left. I'm going to move him back again. Can't really get burnt. You can also shade to the outside if you're worried about getting burnt, or by like corner routes. And you can also move red wine over, maybe here, just so that he can't hit like a quick out route or a corner route. If you're getting beat, you can just move him over completely. And we're just using the middle of the field here. So snap the ball, we're just baiting any routes over the middle of the field. Nope. And we do get the pressure. You guys see clamped up defense. I'm going to show you guys the instant replay here. So let's just head into it. you guys see, watch this, I'll show the left side first. You guys see nothing really open. We have our soft squat sitting on that curl route. He could have maybe dumped that down, but I could have easily clicked on and made a tackle for maybe minimum like 4-yard gain. Here on this right side, you guys see man coverage is going to clamp up those routes. And we also have that curl flat sitting on the curl route. And that basically gives us an extra user. You guys see, look at this 3-rec hook. No zone's really going to be able to defend that. Maybe a hook curl, but even those are risky. Look at this 3-rec hook in perfect position. And then we can bait down once I see no routes going to the middle of the field. Super good defense to run. You definitely got to make sure that no routes are going up the field late. So again, you can also come out and run this stock if you want. If you just want to mix in some match coverage, I could just I'll just use the 3-rec hook in this play. But if you want to run it to stock, you can get a little match coverage action on that left side. You're really only worrying about right here. You guys see pretty much clamped, but that's a little bit more of a risky defense. You pretty much have man coverage across the board. Again, something you can do is just put, or you actually can't put these. You can basically turn this into a man coverage with this 3-rec hook that can get a little bit glitchy. I can run something like this and just use a red wine, maybe put this guy in an inside third, and this can be a pretty good defense to mix in as well, especially out of the big nickel over G. You don't want him to catch on to your tendencies, and what I mean by that is that if I come out in big nickel over G and I'm running the same defense every time I go to it, because like I said, I don't want to run this every down, then he might catch on and realize that he could just run 4 verticals and potentially catch me lacking. So you can just mix in like some man coverage. This is basically a cover 1 look, or you can pretty much just come out in like a cover 2. You can audible as well. You don't have to run this out of the 4 lock palms. You can just come out in like a regular cover 1, but you can easily turn it into a cover 1 with just 2 adjustments. If he has the play art on, he's going to be a little bit confused, and let's just snap the ball. We do have an extra user. Running backs covered. We do get 4 verticals, and it is locked up. Super easy defense. Now, the unfortunate thing out of this play is that you can't turn it into a cover 3 because these safeties or defensive backs don't go into these curl flats at all or any flat zones. So that's super unfortunate, but something that you kind of have to deal with out of this big nickel over G. It is a pretty unique formation and some unique adjustments to go with that. So again, X in a soft squat, Y in a deep half, move him back there. You guys see he moves back like 5 steps when you make that adjustment. Again, I can slant outside. I can also contain, just if I'm going against like a running quarterback. Snap the ball here. You guys see I'm worrying about everything over the top first, and that is just completely bagged. Nothing really open, and we get the pressure. These are coverage sacks right there. Especially if you get a good pass rusher, you should be able to get some pressure relatively quickly. Let's take a look at the replay here. You guys see nothing really open. Flats maybe, but we can click onto our safety there. Over the middle, you guys see I was there with my user, pretty much lurking it, and we eventually bagged that. Our 3-rec hook actually did kind of follow the flat, so that's kind of unfortunate. Not something I wanted to happen. I would have rather had him work that drag, but it is what it is. You have to kind of pay sometimes when you're using that 3-rec hook, but it ultimately does usually pay off with some glitchy picks, glitchy coverage. You guys see nothing open down the field. Denzel Ward does a perfect job backing up in coverage, and he can easily make a play on that ball via click on. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of more times here. It is a relatively quick defense to set up as well. You only have like 2 main adjustments. I'll just contain here. But if he's definitely beating you on like out routes on that right side, he catches on to man coverage, you can definitely go ahead and actually flip the play if you want, just to maybe throw him off a little bit. You guys see defending cup, I'm defending A, nothing really open. Let's go down to the flats here, and we eventually end up getting pressure. Now usually pressure is going to come a lot earlier than that. It was just because I had contains and he was sitting in the pocket, but you can actually like pinch your D-line and slant outside. I think you might get some glitchy animations, but again here, let's just come out in our defense. I can move him back, perfect spot. He's not really going to expect this. He might expect like a cover 2. You guys see, work this with B. But really what you're looking at with your user is just making sure he doesn't have a seam route. If he does have a seam route, he runs like a good route combination. Kudos to him. You're not going to give up the touchdown. You'll give up like the 8-yard curl route or whatever route he has open. But like I said, you can definitely flip this play and make it play. I'm not sure. All right, put him on that right side. But keep in mind this adjustments with Denzel Ward does flip. So if you want to put him on deep half on the right side, that's just the right stick to the right. And we're easily set up just with the man coverage on the left side though. And you guys see nothing open. If he doesn't have anything right off the bat, typically it's covered, and you guys see those deep streaks are covered. So overall, super good defense to run. Like I said, don't run it every play. Just mix it in occasionally, and you can easily catch someone off guard and bag them in the passing game. So that's going to go ahead and do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for some more Madden 20 content in the future. Also, toss a follow on Twitter. Be much appreciated, and peace. I'm out of here.